Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. So now we come to the last topic in maintenance, which is policy. So let's look at what is maintenance policy. Okay, so this is content in maintenance policy, the lecture content, introduction, the definition, the maintenance policy details, process, objective and characteristic, and maintenance policy requirement, and also format. And what are factors including the maintenance policy? Okay, so basically, maintenance policy is a strategic statement of organization to show their requirement and their objective of organization towards the maintenance policy and procedure, especially in operation condition. Okay, so this is definitions of maintenance policy, a strategy within which decision on maintenance are taken. So this is basically maintenance policy will be like a guideline for an organization to organize their building, their assets. Okay, so this is basically the maintenance policy will depends on the size of asset, the nature of organization business, and environment where the organization works in. So nature is basically you look at on what types of organization business. For example, if it is involve public, and if it is involve a private organization, public. So for example, public like a hospital, like an organization or institutions, and also like parks, which is a public park. So it depends on the types of organization business. And also environment where the organization works in. For example, if the business involves like high or sensitive information, for example, in offices, government offices, which is you have a lot of high security information, and also if it is in hospital, you have to think about the hygienic and safety for the area, and also for the people as well. So it depends on the environments of organizations dealing with. Okay, so basically maintenance policy is for long term, that is portray the organization objective and the requirement of the organization is the organizations, and also who are the person in charge, the responsible for the maintenance, and how it goes, and what are the procedure and process. So this is all about the maintenance policy, and the process is to produce the strategic maintenance. So it is more on the strategic maintenance or plant maintenance. So, and also you have to draw some policy for unplanned. Unplanned, for example, this is your limitations of organization that could achieve. So this is why you need to have a policy. So user or customer will know your capability in managing any unplanned situations. So and it is very important for you to have, for an organization to have a policy, because it may involve with the time scale, with the budget as well, and resources. So that's why you have to clearly stated your policy or your capability in the policy content. And this is the objective of maintenance policy. So it contribute to overall organization's objective. And what are the penalties for not carrying out the maintenance program, and what resources need to run the maintenance work. So the objective will determine with the following factors: statutory requirement, organization requirement, customer charters, market requirement, industry standard, consequences of failure. So overall, this situation may not same to each other of building. It depends again on the nature business of the organization itself. Okay, so characteristics. So this is very important. Any building should have the same characteristic, which is must be clearly defined, achievable, and match with the business objective. Okay, so means it parallel with the company aims and objective. And maintenance objective must be strategic, direct to the maintenance plan, and relate to maintenance and performance standard if required, if any required. Okay, so overall, the maintenance policy must be strategic. Okay, so these are the maintenance performance standard. It contents of the following situation. So it depends on what types of building involved. So maintenance standard depends on the technical characteristic of the building stock, the intended use for the building, the financial. Okay, so that's why you need to have a maintenance policy to show your financial capability, and organization who are the person in charge within the organization, external factors, especially when you have a third party person in charge, for example, to in charge your mechanical and electrical systems. Okay, the performance standard, it depends on your capability, your resources. So these are the guidelines that you should put or have in your policy as well. Okay, so these are maintenance policy requirement to show the maintenance functions, contributions, any penalties, and demonstrate the resources for the required works, establish the basic performance. So basic performance, what are the procedure, the flow, workflow for any situations, and proposal for monitoring and performance. So these are the maintenance policy requirement. Okay, basically maintenance policy is more on the guidelines, guideline to guide the maintenance operator or the facilities manager to guide the user or the customer of that for that building to know where to go about, and give guidelines how to manage or how to handle with the maintenance issues. So these are more on the guidelines. All right. Okay. Format, it depends on the organization itself. What sort of format that you need to present the organization policy contents. So like you may have like video, you may have like poster. So you need to have who are the people validate or verify the contents. So these are the content that should have in maintenance policy. Alright, so the criteria, the demonstration, so these are more on the paperwork. Okay, for that I stop at the maintenance policy. We're going to continue what are the factors influencing the maintenance policy.